muscle.
Here we have the anterior view of the leg, beginning with our sartorius muscle. Is this longer muscle? Sartorius muscle.
Right.
We have the vastus medialis,
Right.
facing medially in the leg, vastus medialis. The rectus femoris,
Right.
the vastus lateralis, facing laterally.
Right.
Underneath the rectus femoris, we have our vastus intermedius.
Right.
Vastus intermedius lies beneath the rectus femoris.
Femoris. Right.
So we have a sartorius here, this longer muscle. And up here we have our psoas major.
Right.
Here we have the adductor brevis. I'm sorry, that's the pectineus.
That's the pectineus.
This is a pectineus, and right beneath that is the adductor brevis. This small area here is the adductor brevis.
Right.
This is the adductor longus. Right beneath the sartorius lies the adductor brevis, or adductor longus, I'm sorry.
Longest.
Adductor longus, adductor brevis, and the pectineus.
Okay.
So here we have the gracilis. This thicker muscle also looks like it lies underneath the sartorius is the gracilis.
Yep.
And here we have our adductor magnus.
Right.
Underneath the gracilis is the adductor magnus.
Right.
So now we're looking at the posterior view of the leg. So we said this is gracilis, this thicker muscle, gracilis.
Right.
Here we have the adductor magnus.
Right.
This is the semitendinosus,
Yep. Which is on top of the
semimembranosus here. You can see the semimembranosus lies underneath the semitendinosus.
Alright.
So semitendinosus and semimembranosus right below that.
Both sides underneath. Okay.
And we have our biceps femoris, the thicker muscle here that lies laterally to the semitendinosus. Biceps femoris.
Right.
And here we have our gluteus maximus.
Right.
Right beneath that is the gluteus medius.
Okay.
So you have your gluteus medius, and on top of that you have your gluteus maximus. So here we have the biceps femoris, semitendinosus lying on top of the semimembranosus. And right underneath here, our calves are called our gastrocnemius.
Right.
So both of these here are
Gastric.
gastrocnemius. Gastrocnemius.
Right.
Below the gastrocnemius is the soleus.
Soleus. Okay.
Soleus muscle.
Alright, and that's, you can see that on the sides. Is it?
Soleus muscles lies behind, posteriorly on the calves, underneath the gastrocnemius muscles.
Right. Okay. And
So
on the front.
here we have the
Oh yeah.
tensor fascia
Fasciolati.
tensor fascia lati. Right here, lateral to the legs. Tensor fascia lati.
Fasciolati.
And down below here, we have our peroneus longus,
Which
also
is,
called the peroneus longus and the fibularis longus,
or fibularis longus.
or fibularis longus. So you can call it peroneus longus or fibularis longus.
Right. Okay.
And we have our extensor digitorum longus, which brings us down to connects the tendons to the digits, the toes. Extensor digitorum longus. And just medially to the extensor digitorum longus is the tibialis anterior. Tibialis anterior. So here we have our tibialis anterior and our extensor digitorum longus.
Right. And
We have our peroneus longus or fibularis longus.
Right.
Up above the patellar bone, you have your vastus lateral medialis. Vastus medialis because it's facing medially.
Right.
Your rectus femoris. Underneath the rectus femoris is the vastus intermedius. As you can see, vastus intermedius.
Okay.
And our vastus lateralis.
Right.
Vastus lateralis here. I have our tensor fascia lati, sartorius. Long muscle is a sartorius. Our pectineus, adductor brevis, right below the pectineus.
Where's the pectineus?
Up here is the pectineus.
Okay.
And here we have our adductor brevis, adductor longus, our gracilis here.
Okay.
Gracilis. Adductor magnus is this muscle here that lies below the gracilis. You have your semitendinosus. In the back of the leg is a semitendinosus. And right underneath the semitendinosus is a semimembranosus. So you can see the semimembranosus here, and you can see it on this other side, part of it, semimembranosus.
Right.
And here we have the biceps femoris and the back of the leg, posterior side. Posterior view of the leg is a biceps femoris, gastrocnemius, and underneath the gastrocnemius muscle is the soleus. We have our gluteus maximus, and underneath that is the gluteus medius. Gluteus medius.
Right. And I think that's it.
Psoas
major.
major.
Yeah, psoas major. And what's next to it?
Iliacus.
Iliacus, right.
I think that covers 11.
That's it.